The Discmania Red Mystery Box is here, and we're gonna check it out. It looks like I have the fan favorites box, number 6. I don't really know, or V1. I don't really know what that means, but let's take a look at it and get a little nerdy about what these discs are, my fellow disc nerds, and see if they send me some goodies. I'm hoping for at least 2 base plastic discs for the sake of my video. Otherwise, we're gonna be putting with the normal putters because over on Bodanza Disc Golf, you can check out a video with these discs, throwing them in a challenge round with my buddy Lucas Carmichael, the 3rd year in a row that we're doing it. This time, we only got the 1 box, I believe. So I'm hoping for 2 base plastic discs. I will say, we're gonna have the code on this channel for you. There it is. Right there. And then this right here is a list of all the discs. I'm not 100% sure what it says, but it says, you asked, we listen. The fan favorite box brings together some of the most loved molds and plastics across the lineup. Your favorite discs reimagined. You'll find icons, discs that truly helped shape Discmania history, a mix of reliability, feel, and flight. These time-tested discs are a perfect introduction to our brand for anyone new to Discmania. Not me, but that's the code for the first person who uses it if they want to. A bunch of discs. All models have been produced in 2025 exclusively for mystery boxes. And each fan favorite disc comes with 7 out of the 11 molds in various colors. So we got that. Let's see what else we have in here. And it looks like it starts out pretty sweet. I didn't really take too close of a look, but the first one on that list was a Horizon C-Line DD3, and I believe that's what we have here in the purple and blue. Yeah, this is a DD3. The C-Line Halo Emperors that I have are crazy beef, and this does not feel like it. It actually doesn't feel like it's going to be insanely overstable. It feels pretty neutral, but a little bit stiffer, which has been pretty consistent with a champion style, C-Line, C-Blend style with Halo. I think Lucas is going to absolutely love this, who I'm filming that other video with. Hopefully you either watch that and are coming to this one, or you're going to go watch it afterwards. Yeah, he's going to absolutely bomb this, so I'm going to need to make sure that I don't let him. Next disc feels like not an FD3, maybe a DD1? Yeah, it is. Okay, it's a Horizon DD1. I really like this stamp, pretty clean. And I believe this year they're doing 5 different mystery boxes. These are just kind of clean Discmania stamps, pretty chill. Last year they did like the stones. This year they're having you choose your own mystery box. I think they have a glow box, this box, a lightweight box, some other ones. I'm not 100% sure, to be completely honest with you. But shout out to Discmania for the box. And these feel very good. I do love the grippiness of this Horizon S-Line. And the DD1 is a mold that I'm not super familiar with. So I'm excited to throw it more. It's kind of like a Wraith style disc, and this one feels very similar to that. Honestly, feels very similar to a Grace, which makes sense because Discmania and Latitude, I think, are now produced in the same factory. So this might, I don't think they changed the mold. It doesn't feel like it's maybe going to go as far as a Grace, but this is that disc right there. I'll bring out comparisons after I unbox the whole box just to get a little extra nerdy with you guys. Drivers only. I'm hoping for a couple mids and putters. The course is very driver heavy and it's cold, so maybe I'm not going to throw far. But here is a FD in a C-Line Metal Flake. We have the Ace of Discmania Shields FD, which honestly feels pretty domey. Feels like a typical FD. Feels like it's going to be relatively stable. Metal Flake C-Line FD. So 7601 of the flight numbers on this, all max weights so far. Yep, 175, 175, 173. I think those are the max weights for these discs. But so far pretty, I mean, this is literally a typical Discmania lineup, just in some sweet plastics. That I think they've run this before. I don't know if they've run Horizon C-Line. I don't know if they run Metal Flake FDs. So pretty fun. Next, ooh, big old shield stamp. Feels like a P1, maybe? Look at that guy. Yeah, it is a P1. So this is the Flex 3, or maybe Flex 1. It's a very stiff feeling P1, and this says ultra durable Flex 3, so it's probably, I got the opposite. Flex 1's probably a little more flexible. Nicolas Ansela's putter choice for the first time ever in the Flex 3, and that is pretty tough. It's going to be solid on the putting green. Honestly, it feels tacky though for being how tough it is, which I really like. It does not feel slick or givey. I feel like this is going to putt really well. Next disc is, oh, this one looks incredible. I will say these stamps are sweet, if not a little boring in this box overall. I really like this one, but I think the whole point of this box is to be kind of like the originals, kind of chill. But this is the Essence. Whoa! I haven't done this in forever. 86 -21, I believe, are the flight numbers. This is going to be a bomber. Oh, 170 Essence in just a grippy Horizon S-Line? Is that what this is? Color Madness Luxe Horizon Essence. That is a lot of words. Holy cow. All new color blend, premium feel, effortless flight. I definitely am excited to experience that. I'm right now loving just throwing on too much hyzer because I'm feeling very rusty in my game. I just do not get out to play much and we're just really focused on the move. So having something like this that I can just almost shank on a little hyzer and have it correct for me, I'm hoping I get to throw this a lot. And Lucas throws really hard, so I don't think he'll want to throw that very much. Next, oh, this is a good stamp. Ooh, whoa. Gannon would not like these P2Xs. This is, yeah, a P2X. I've guessed all the discs right so far. Well, I didn't guess the essence. Can't say I guessed them all right. I really like this. Discmania logo, established 06. It's kind of cool little collegiate style on the second to last disc. The last one, as always, bottom of the box. But this is super gummy. Like the flight plate is even gummier than the rim. If it's very cold out, which I don't think it will be. I think it'll be like 55, 60 degrees when I'm filming. This is gonna be pretty gummy and flexy. And it is the Flex 1. So Flex 1, the 1 is going to be the gummier version. Gannon Burst tour-proven putter offered for the first time ever in the prototype Flex 1. So this wasn't even out yet. Combining soft, grippy plastic with unmatched durability for confident putts and drives. I'm actually excited about it. It's got a little sheen to it that a lot of base plastics don't seem to have. You can kind of, that's actually just the foil, but you can kind of see it a little bit. Actually, I'm excited to toss it. We have this mystery box patch right here. And last disc, you guys can see first. I'll try to guess. Is there candy? Oh, thank God. Oh, no, that's a... Is there no candy? Dang. Let's see if I can guess what this guy is. PD is what it feels like. It's a little bit aggressive wing. Plastic. Obviously, you cannot feel whether it's see-through or not, but it feels see-through to me. I don't know why. That's such a silly thing to say. Just tough. Maybe... Horizon C-Line PD? Maybe just don't talk about the see-throughness of the plastic when you have your eyes closed. This is a PD in a really sweet looking plastic. Is this like the Color Burst S-Line? Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool. I don't think this is dyed. It looks like it's how it's injected into the machine. So the injection point, the sprue point's down here, and then it injects. Wow, that is a really cool pattern. Wow, holy cow, that's sweet. What is that? Vapor S-Line. Oh, is this Vapor? I guess I didn't really know. One of disc golf's most iconic drivers, offered for the first time in a bold new color blend of the fan favorite S-Line material. Trusted stability and a pinch of extra glide. That's going to be good. So honestly, pretty solid lineup here. 7 discs, 2 new base plastic putters, like a new plastic that they're in. Value, pretty solid, I would say. I'm really excited to get out there and throw this. I'm not excited that I have to share it with Lucas because a lot of these discs, I could just anticipate him ripping all over the place. But I think I could take him down. That being said, I'm going to grab a Grace, and I'm going to grab a Horizon Emperor, and I might have another DD1. Otherwise, though, I mean, this P2X, it is a little puddle toppy, so I bet for throwing it's going to lose a little bit of glide. Let me show you one of those. Let me grab everything that I was talking about, see what's still over here. Wait, one more thing. I totally forgot. I don't know where I'm putting this in, but I got to tell you about the other 3 discs that could be in this box. I know that there's a bunch of different boxes, the 5 different ones, which is a bunch of information on, but there's 3 molds that are not in my box that could have been. One of them I'm kind of frustrated about. Not actually, but I would have loved to have gotten a Neo Horizon Function 86-41. That disc is so cool. That's one of them. Easy flying, super glidey. There's also a Glow C-Line MD3. And a Color Madness Horizon S-Line MD5. I imagine that one's going to be so cool. I would love to have that one, but honestly, I'm really happy with all the drivers I got in the box. It's going to be great because we're doing the same course, the 3rd video. I don't think I've ever beaten Lucas in this challenge, but I beat him the last time he was on the channel, so I'm going to see if I can put his hoops in the dirt, but not put any of my drives in the dirt or my putters. Those all go in the basket or wait on the fairway. Back to whatever I was saying. I'm not keeping too much because of the move. Okay, so the Flex 2 is the plastic that we don't have. And it's kind of what I think a lot of people would like their putter plastic to be. Flex 1, it might be too flexy compared to other people. But this P2 in this, I'm so glad there's not a P2 in this box. I do not like putting with a P2. I got little baby hands. And so this P2 right here, having a little less give than this P3X, but a little more than the P1. I'm actually really impressed with the tackiness of this P1. Because it's honestly a little tackier than this P2. Very close, but I actually prefer the feel of that, not just because of the mold, but then this is just crazy, crazy, crazy. That was blocking the sun from the window. Can't believe I caught that. Okay, we gotta find them over here then, I guess. So this cloud breaker is in the Horizon C line. And it is a different feeling Horizon C line. This looks like what I expect a Horizon C line disc to look like. Very see-through with a little bit of the Horizon on the outside. This is the Halo C-Blend Roman that just came out, which honestly, not quite as see-through as this. This is, I mean, they're close, but this still has a little bit more color seemingly in the rim. This seems like what you'd expect, which is interesting because these are Horizon C-Line discs. This is Ganonbur's Prototype Glacier and the Ganonbur Cloudbreaker. These guys are very different looking than this, and they're all Discmania's Horizon C-Line. So I don't know if it's because these are new molds or in the Creator Series or something, or if this is the older mold and the DD3 already has such a see-through plastic. It has, maybe it's just a different plastic. This is the Italian blend C-Line that they put the Horizon in, but they're very different, honestly. And the feel, this has a good give in the flight plate. Honestly, very similar to this, but this flight plate feels stiffer than this one. This feels like Jolly Launchery, like pretty, not super gummy, but like a little bit more give than these ones do, which is interesting because they're all Horizon C-Line. Next up, this PD here is the, obviously, Discmania made PD. I did notice on the bottom here in the Lux area, the Lux, there looks to be a little bit of like colors coming off, just a couple different streaks, but it's such a complicated process to make this plastic, and that just looks so cool. It's like a little mandala effect. But this is the Roman, which is Infinite's disc, which I believe was what Innova made for Discmania as the PD. And if you look at the profiles of these guys, let me actually just get out of the way here. They look very, very similar, virtually the same. The only difference, I think, is that this feels slightly smaller in hand than this, which could have something to do with this one having a touch more dome. And honestly, I'm wondering if this flies more like the Nordic Phenom 1.
It's a little more overstable.
Which was Niklas Antela's first Creator Series with Discmania. It was a swirly S-line. That's gonna look cool flying through the air. Oh, baby. But yeah, I hope it has a little more glide. Good feel. All these feel very good, honestly. Don't really have too much to say about the FD or the Essence, but this DD1, I think is kind of similar to the Grace. This plastic really reminds me of the Latitude 64 Orbit plastic. It looks just like an Honor that I used to have, maybe just because it's white and black. But I have this Orbit Grace, which I feel like these have to be very similar because even just the bottom here looks identical. I feel like this has to almost maybe be the Royal Supreme plastic. It doesn't have to be that actually, but it feels very similar. And I thought the Grace and the DD1 felt almost identical, but what I noticed is that there's a little slower roll off of the shoulder here of the DD1 compared to the Grace. Very slight. There's also a little bit of a nose bead at the bottom of the Grace here that is not on the DD1 right there. And I think the Grace is slightly shallower feeling than the DD1. Ever so slightly, this rim feels like it's a little thicker than the Grace is, so I imagine they'll fly relatively similar, and I'll really like the flight of this. Very good Wraith style, Grace style disc. That being said, I think that's all I have to say. And I do see that it's still recording, which is a good sign. So I got to repackage this box in the same order that I got it in, which was PD, and then P2X. Essence, man, I have not thought about this mold in forever, and I'm so excited to throw it, honestly. The P1, then FD, DD1, DD3, solid box, nice purples and blues and greens. Now I gotta go kick Lucas' butt. You can check that video out right there. If you're more interested in more unboxings, got plenty of them on the channel here. But if you're a Disc nerd, you're gonna want to subscribe and stick around.